More than a more than a dot.
Welcome to More Than a Dad podcast. I'm your host, Dre Moore. I got my guy, Lou Mobe, here with me.
What's the deal, baby?
What's up, y'all? And we back. Another episode this week. You know, we always where we say we gonna be. Want to shout out, St. Louis, Missouri. You see y'all in the downloads. The Lou. Send me thinking Nelly and Hitman Holla.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But yeah, we see y'all in the downloads. We appreciate the support. It's been amazing. We gonna jump into this fast five, bro. I got a mascot edition for you. You know what I'm saying? See what mascot you rocking with.
Oh man.
Since we hometown, you know, the home team, Philly. You know, we done had two mascots in the Sixers in our lifetime. We had hip hop and Franklin the dog.
It ain't even close. It's hip hop.
Hip hop for sure. Yeah, hip hop was one of them ones. We got Benny the Bull from the Chicago Bulls and Rocky the Mountain Lion from the Denver Nuggets.
Benny the Bull.
Benny the Bull. We got the Philly Fanatic from the Phillies. You know what I'm saying? They should know that. And the Oriole Bird from the Baltimore Orioles.
Philly fanatic.
Philly Fanatic might be the best mascot ever.
Yeah.
Like all across all sports. We got Brutus Buckeye from Ohio State or Sebastian from Miami.
Sebastian.
I'm going with Sebastian. And little rivalry. We got the Blue Devil from Duke and Ramses from UNC.
I don't know if you know. I don't really like Duke like that.
You don't like Duke like that?
I don't like Duke just because of like dumb stereotypes, bro. Like, I'm gonna just have to go.
Anti-Christian lateness, so we gonna go for Ramses by default.
Yeah, bro.
True that. How's dad life, my guy?
Dad life is interesting, man. The other day we at my brother crib and we over there having some deep conversation, probably about like home buying process or something. You know, we always want to super like, I don't know, adult conversations.
Right.
And I turn around, my son crying like, ouch, yeah, he crying. Come to find out, like, Osa like was climbing on him and like kicked him in his face and like swelled his eye. Like, eye just swelled up like right then and there.
Right.
And I was just thinking like, damn, like, man, you getting beat up by your little sister, like, that's just crazy. Like, but like, he don't be having, like, Manny will stand there and be in harm's way. Like, he don't have no antennas to like bob and weave, protect yourself, block.
Nothing.
Like, blocking is not a part of his thing.
Probably don't think it's gonna happen.
But the fact that he had his eye swelled up while we
Like
had
a
my
bad
brother,
joint.
yeah, then
Have
we,
ice on it.
then we did the whole like ice on his jaw, like frozen vegetables on his jaw.
Nah, cause she had him out looking crazy. She
Yeah.
kicked him in the face.
She like trying to step over him and like walked into his eye basically. You know what I mean? Kicked him, right? And he just laid there like, why you laying on the floor? Like, he real simple like that. Like, when it come to her, he just take the punishment, bro.
Just chalked it.
I had to tell him one day, she was throwing something at him and it was like going near his face. I was like, you better protect your face. Like, he don't even think to like defend himself.
Protect your neck, cuz.
What's up with you, man? How's that like?
Dad life is, you know, cool. I wanted to get I mean, I know y'all in audience world, so y'all can't really answer my question, but I wanted to get like, I guess I'll get your opinion since
Right.
we here together. Remember when like we was watching the Super Bowl and Ash was sitting there and he kept saying, "Oh Shibs."
What the-
He just kept saying, "Oh Shibs." Like, and Ash is like Ash really he curse, but like he got this new thing where like he uses other words that aren't curse words, but he like think like it's cool for him to say them Jones because they're not bad words. And I know what you're trying to say. Like you can't just say like "oh Shibs" multiple times, or he say like "freaking" a lot. Like he say like
the word closest to the curse word.
yeah, like all the time, yo. And it's like I'm not cursing. It's like almost kind of like antagonizing a bit. Like, but I'm not cursing. Like it's not a curse word. Like And now I just be saying like all that stuff is curse words. Like, man, it's curse words. He'd be like, no, it's not. Like, and I know like, but how do you get him to stop cursing?
I don't know.
Because he's just gonna manipulate the words and like,
I don't know, bro. Like, it's funny. Like, Manny the cursing police at the house. Daddy, you shouldn't say. What he say?
hold on, do he say that though?
Yeah, he'll say the F word. He got in the car the other day. I was on the phone with Dave, and Dave said something like something. He's like, "Daddy, it's a bad word."
Hey yo, what? Yeah.
And like,
Yo, repeating the curse, yo, that's really like, yo, cause like kids don't really be like knowing. So when they be trying, like they don't have no other way to correct it. Like Dre would do that, like with Ashley be cursing, and be like, yeah, he said shit. Like, yo, well now you just said shit.
right.
Like, so like now what? Like now
Yeah.
where we at with it?
You know, it's crazy. Ryan says "what the hell" all the time, and he be like, "What the hell is a bad word, mommy?"
Yo,
me
no,
and
yo.
her was having like a very intense, like I wouldn't even call it an argument, but we was definitely disagreeing about something. And like it's funny, my kids are like exposed to that, so they be like intervening in their own way. And like he could hear her from the other room saying, "What the hell?" He just kept saying, "Mom, you said it again." He was like, he was like,
He's
yeah,
about to
fake
get
angry.
about to get brolic with her.
Yeah, he was about to put hands on her.
Nah, yeah. Hey,
I
yo.
don't have no answer for you, man. Unfortunately, like I wish I was better, you know, at there's certain things I'm cool with being buttoned up doing, but like if I could do it again, I would try not to curse around the kids. But yeah, man,
It's to me. It's just the you know what my it's the manipulation of the word now, where like you're saying another word that you're gonna tell me is not a curse word. Like, and it even gets to the extent where I tell him it's a curse word, and then like he'll talk to his mom later on, and then he'll come back and be like, "Yeah, my mom said that's not a curse word, so I can say it, right?" Like.
Yo, you're a little kind.
Right, like it's just like yo, but like you know what you trying to say. Like I know you know what you trying to say, but you're gonna like live in this gray area space that's like
You said it before here. He know how to curse and curse correctly, and now he's beyond just cursing and getting in trouble. He know the cover up words, the supplement in there.
hey, I like noose. Like come on, bro.
Bro, we
Shibs, what is Shibs?
Bro, we over here like, yo, they blew the zone. He scored them again. Oh, shoot. He's like, oh, Shibs.
Right, like what is Shibs, bro? Like now I can't even like Shibs might not even be a word. So like now I know you cursing, cuz like he didn't say like oh shoot. Like Shibs is way closer to that than shoot.
Shibs, bro.
Shibs, bro. Oh, Shibs.
It's a form of intelligence, bro.
Shibs is crazy, yo.
Yeah, he gonna definitely be persuading people out here or something.
We out of pocket.
Man, let's get your thoughts on something, bro.
What's the dealio?
Oh, man, you know as fellas, man, when your girl hits you with the, we gotta talk, like what does that mean to you as a man?
I mean, I'm in trouble, gang. What do she know, cuz? I need to find out. Like, I need to find out what she know, yo.
Prior to the talk.
Yeah, like, and then, like, you know, like, when they hit you with that, like, yo, we need to talk. Like, all right, well, what you want to talk about? We'll just talk when I see you. Like, or, like, we'll just talk. Like, it's that energy. Like, it's not, like, if you get the text message, like, yeah, we need to talk when you get home. Like, all right, what you want to talk about? No, we just going to talk when you get home. Like, you don't even want to, like, disclose. So, like, I could, like, you, what it is like you trying to throw me in the blender, and, like, you need to see my facial expression when it get dropped from the rip, because, like, on the way to the crib, I'm probably going to try to think of a way to get up out of this. Like, the instant finesse, when you need the initial reaction of when I hit you, when I drop the bomb on you. Like,
bro, that should be heavy.
It's never a positive jump, bro. It probably do, and I'm not even going to say that every time a girl has said to me, like, yo, we need to talk, it's been negative. But I'm telling you, your thought process ain't positive on it at all. Like, when your girl say she need to talk, yeah, she caught me.
She caught me.
She caught me. Something happened, cuz. What do you know?
Yeah, all the guys out here can relate to that. When she say she want to talk, bro, you probably like, what she know, what I do.
Yeah.
I've been chilling. I ain't even been doing nothing.
Right, yeah, you got to go in that. Then you just got to fill her out. Like, you can't even, like.
You at their mercy, bro.
Yeah, because you be nervous, like, man, I can't even. Should I just confess to something? But then, like, that might not even be like what she know. Now you like,
Now you about to tell on
right
yourself,
now you giving up tape. You kind of just gotta like try to roll with it.
bro. That joint me having you like. First of all, every time that stuff has happened to me, I take the longest time to get home. I'm at crib. I'm at work or wherever I'm at, like really pondering what can it
What she
possibly
know,
be.
yo?
You know what I mean? And like
She got the drop.
sometimes you get there and it be like, oh, I'm late. You what? Oh, I'm late. Oh, all right. Like then all right.
Right.
That's what you want to talk about? Yeah, that's not scary to you. It is, but I thought you was on some
Right,
whole
girl,
other.
I thought you had me. Thought I was lying, cuz. That's definitely the joint, though. As soon as you get there and there be some other stuff, be like, all right, cool.
Bro,
Instant stress going.
bro, prior, like when she said, and you got all these hours to when you gonna see her again, it be
That's
all
why
this
you
panic.
right.
on
That's
you.
why you be trying like, yo, what you want to talk? No, we just gonna talk when I see you. Like you be trying to get it up out fast so you could be like, I need to know like how we navigating this.
And it's funny. Like every time I say I do that to her, I'm like, yo, we gotta talk. She be like, what about? I'm like, yo, you trying to buy a house next year, right? That's what we want to talk about. And it's like very to the point and off. But when they do it, they leave you in all that suspense.
Right.
Like mad long. Like it's lunchtime. I got 6 more hours before I see you.
Yeah, because I might just have to call out for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm out to just pull up on you. We can talk right now.
Yeah, I'm out.
No. I'm gonna cook dinner. No, they ain't gonna poison me.
Yeah, this day is over, yo. I'm going home, cuz.
No, I had wanted to have this episode a while back, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to talk about it. I couldn't articulate myself about it as good as I wanted to last time that this came up, but I wanted to have a conversation, like, and I was in my head, I was just saying, like, I just kept saying sensitivity training.
Right.
For fellas, like sensitivity training, like how you handle your wife, how you handle your girl, how you handle your mom, your daughter. Some of us are hardened, right? Like we're hard, right? Like we process emotions hard. We are sometimes not emotionally available. We gotta be tough. There is no pats on the backs and no comfort for you as a man in the world.
Right.
So we process things hard. But what I've been finding amongst my friend group, amongst my family, is like we expect that of our women.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like imagine like how can I give you an example of like when you're going through a tough time, it's like, yo, bro, you'll get through.
Right. Yeah.
Like you built for this. And it's
Right.
kind of like that energy. Now, imagine you saying that to your wife if she going through something.
You can't. I mean, you can. It's not gonna be received probably in the way you want it to be received,
Now-
but you can say it.
Say it to your mom. Damn, mom, that's messed up. But she'll get through.
Right.
That's not what they depend on us for.
Right.
So we should be more sensitive to them in that way.
Absolutely.
Same thing with my daughter. When she hurt, she come to me like, I could be like, yo, brush it off and me, but she not coming to me for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just think we're insensitive. We can be insensitive. A lot of us are not, because we so much boys. You know what I'm saying? Like it's football. Like I always talk about Royale. Like I tore my knee. I tore my ACL. And it was probably the worst injury in my playing career as a football player, right?
Absolutely.
And he says to me, I hope your fat ass ain't cramping. But like now, take a situation where your girl fall down the steps.
Right.
And that's how you locker room talk to your girl.
Right. Yeah, you can't say that because
Like,
the
yeah, I mean-
violate is a flag on the play.
But some of us operate in a space of like we just be wanting them to tough through. Like we need them to be tougher or like it is what it is. Like I just need you to carry it. Like I work 2 jobs, you just be with the kids, and she could be complaining about being with the kids a lot, and you could just be like, well, this is what it is.
Yeah,
Like-
you know what it is though. It's just an adjustment. So like when you majority of the people that we around, like if you have friends like guy friends, like we around each other. So like until like you in like a serious relationship with somebody, I mean, there's some guys who just they just only hang out with women. But like for the most part, we like we around each other, we around the fellas. So like this is how we communicating with one another, and it's different when you tasked with like having that communication with your lady, or you know, like with a female, because like we kind of just all really communicate in the same way. So like I've had to learn like through times, like, you know, like I got a bad habit of like I talk to women the same way I talk to guys, like, because like that's where we spend majority of, you know, like our conversation. So like I be having to turn it off, like I've heard plenty of times like, yeah, I'm not one of your friends, why you talk to me like I'm one of your friends? And it's just like, for a long time it just didn't register, like, yo, you can't really like speak to them like that. Like you gotta talk, you gotta handle them in a different and like a softer type of way, like even down to like certain way, like you may curse or like things like that, like, oh, well, why you like, you come off like, yo, you being aggressive and all of this. But it's like, that's just how I regularly talk. If I spend majority of my day talking to guys and I talk like this, and or I talk to my friends, you know, like we talk all the time. Like if I talk to my friends all the time, and then now when I come in and I talk to you, it's like I be forgetting, like, yo, I gotta turn that off.
No, I'm with you, man. I get it all the time too. Like, you know, I'm a poet and stuff at heart, right? I'm a lover and stuff at heart. But in the world, I'm what you see: big, serious, assertive. And my wife tell me all the time, she like, yo, I just be me. I be needing a more soft for you.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, I'm as soft as they come. Like, I love love, and you know what I mean. I'm as soft as they come. But like, I be in the world and I be dealing with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
absolutely.
I be stressed, or you know, I could hang out with the guys in the group chat and just be still in that pocket of conversation.
Right. That's right.
You know what I mean? And like come off too sharp. So I was just, you know, I just thought it was important to have a conversation that like, the same way we playing football, you get hit hard. Like, ooh, he hit the shit out you. Like, but it's all good. Tap you on the side. Let's go run the next one.
Right.
We have that same attitude. You can't have that same attitude with your lady.
Yeah, not at all.
You know what I mean? Like, you should probably use different airs and have different responses when things happen to them or when they bring things to you. You can't have the, yo, just push through.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, I know, preface this, don't cancel us. Women don't want to have to be tough.
Yeah, they will, but they don't want to have to.
They don't want to have to be tough. They don't want to have to be in this holding it down,
right,
pushing through. It'll be brighter days one day type of mode.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think we get comfortable like they built like us.
Right.
You know, built for this grind, this mud, this grit, this, you know, and this. It's not the same. Absolutely, you know what I mean? Right. Like I use this analogy when I talk to Dean all the time. You got to keep your lady clean.
Yeah, true.
You got to keep your lady clean. Like and no need to get her all dirty and put her through the fire and all. Like, you know, you keep them clean. You know what I mean? Keep
right.
It, you know, and it's okay to treat them that way. You know what I mean? I just don't want to overlook the fact that like. Stop talking to your girls like they the homies. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
When shit happens to the homies, it's kind of like, yo, push through that, yo.
Yeah,
Cat's been through worse.
Right, you got it, cuz.
You know what I mean?
Don't even worry about it. You got it.
You know, and I just think it's important that we should be a little bit more sensitive to the ladies, man. Especially, I would say stuff like this. Me having a daughter makes me feel like this more.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? My mom was saying something not that long ago, and I'll say this on the show. She was having a hard time like walking and like getting old and like she a little sickly and like her life has dramatically changed in like 5 years. Driving to not driving to living with one son, living with the other son, house burning down. She has had trauma. Her health is not the best, right? And she was saying to me, you too pushy and you're not compassionate enough.
Right.
Mind you, I'm emotionally charged because some of the stuff make me angry. Some of it has an emotional response on me too. Watching her go through this, some of the things that she could prevent herself and be more productive on herself, she may not be doing, and I could be agitated.
Right.
But she had said to me like, yo, I just wish he was more compassionate when handling me and my situation. But I was just trying to motivate her, like, you know, motivate her like how I would motivate you, bro. You got to get up on your ass today. You got to rehab, man. Got to move them legs. And she was like, she needed a different version of me. And I was giving her what people was giving me when I was rehabbing myself. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
Just giving her the same treatment.
you know what I mean? I was giving her the same thing how I used to coach football or something, you know. And it's like when you say it out loud, you sound like a fool. Like, yo, you was handling your mom. Your mom's 7, and you handling your mom like you would handle your players on the field. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Sound crazy.
you sound crazy, but I was like, I'm sharing this today because it's learned behavior, dog. Like, I'm learning to correct this behavior.
Absolutely.
What else we got, bro?
Where we going?
Let's do it, man. Seeking validation, man. Like, as a man, what validates you as a person, as a man in life?
To me, I mean, my kids. That's probably my biggest validation is like my kids thinking like, you know, like I'm solid, and that's probably it. That's probably the only thing I really seek for real. Yeah.
I would probably say the same. I seek a lot of validation and respect.
Right.
Right. So like, if somebody like, I'm validated when people respect and appreciate me.
Right. Absolutely.
So like, whether it's family, friends, even like my work at work, like, you know, if somebody can go out and say like, yo, I got a lot of respect for him. He do stuff that ain't, you know, that's above and beyond his role, and
Right. Yeah. True.
that stuff gives me validation. We was having a conversation not that long ago about like, why do men fixate on seeking more validation outside the house than in the house, and like, why do men always need projects when the real project is making sure your kids come up right, that your wife feels supported, you know, and people taking on other things as projects and validation.
Right. I think just because people be missing something, I think you probably might be like lacking something in your house that make you look for something outside in the outside world. Because all the validation you need is really in your house. Like whether that come from your kids, come from your lady. Like these are the people that you do it for, to be honest. And like, of course, your other family. But once you have a family, like inside your house, like that's really where your validation lies. Going outside to seek validation means something is probably lacking or something is missing inside your house, and you probably would do better trying to figure out what that is.
Right.
Than seeking some other sort of validation from the people that's outside your house.
You dropped a crazy gem before when it was like, you know, what does it matter if I become like a millionaire or like I blow up this business and it becomes this great company,
Right.
but if I lose my family in doing so, would it be worth it? It wouldn't be.
Right, because that's what we do it for.
Right, so like, it just always, to me, it correlates with this, you know, like us taking on these things. Because you know what it is? You don't get praised as a man or a father. You're not going to get praised for being great in the crib. Like,
Right.
all your recognition or appreciation is delayed, and it comes much later in life.
Right.
But if I go outside and More Than a Dad is on billboards and we signing public deals with Spotify and Apple and we get
Right.
sponsorships with Yingling and, you know what I'm saying? Let's speak into existence.
Absolutely.
And, you know, whatever you drink or whatever your vice is.
Right.
But if I blow it up, the gratification is instant.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a drug.
Right.
Or like, that's what we seek. Because like, if as an athlete, when I scored a touchdown, in that minute, I was the most dominant guy on that play.
Right.
If I go in here and dunk on somebody, it was instant. Like, oh my God, you seen me dunk on him? And it's like,
Right.
I think we search for that in life as we get older. Like, so if I take on some other project and I nail it, everybody's going to be high praise.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's the validation that I'm saying that people are seeking, instead of being like, it's cool that I ain't doing them projects, but my son.
House is right. My house is solidified. Yeah, it's different. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's you know, and sometimes it's not enough for people. Sometimes people yearn for things. Maybe the idea of seeking the validation from the people in my crib is just too small minded for some people. Like, they think that's like, oh, that's small, like that's minute. People want to be validated on a larger scale, so maybe that's what's making people seek these other larger projects, because like that's gonna get me validated by a lot more people. Maybe it's that, and people just look at it like, oh, in my house that's small, like that's minute. But to me, like that's all the validation I ever needed. All the validation I ever look for is, especially from my kids. Like that's really what's important to me and what I look at.
Yo, I had seen this video of this coach talking to his players, and I love when sports meets real life.
Right.
But the coach,
Shameless plug.
shameless plug, he was talking to his players, and he was saying like, "Hey guys, it really matters, when you go out at night and you date women and like you get girlfriends and like you choose a wife, it really can like deter your success or catapult your success."
Right.
And I wanted to ask you, like, does it really matter? Um, does does it really matter the type of wife you have? On a, does the wife you marry has the impact on the level of success you accomplish in your life?
Absolutely.
Can you break that down?
Yeah, absolutely. Because for one, you want a partner that probably thinks a little bit on the same wavelength as you, because it's a lot of sacrifices you're gonna have to make in order to be successful, and then that person will have to be understanding. And if that person isn't understanding, it can hinder your success because maybe you cater more to that person and what they want versus you actually going out here and making the sacrifices to do what you need to do. Like where it's like, oh, you out the house, you know, 7 days a week because you out here chasing it, but I got a bigger goal in mind. So like that may become an issue where now, because it's an issue with her and I'm trying, like they say, happy wife, happy life, I'm gonna be in the house more, which is gonna take away from the time that I'm spending where I actually could be going after something that I care about.
Right.
That's one. For two, you got also have people that stagnant where they could be more of like an anchor or like an anvil than like versus like another cog in the machine helping you push forward, whereas though like you dragging them along or they're holding you back just because of their stagnation, whereas though they're not really contributing much and they're more of a burden than they are actually like a person that's here helping you build to put this thing together.
Have you ever been motivated by your lady?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
On the other end, have you ever been discouraged?
No, I don't think I've ever dated anybody that's discouraged anything that I wanted to do.
Okay. I was just asking that because what does equally yoked mean to you?
You don't have to just tell me what it is.
People say that like when y'all align, like you align with your partner and on
Right.
values and the process of how y'all gonna accomplish things.
Oh,
It's
I mean,
like,
that's was more so like what I was speaking to with the first thing. Like,
right.
yeah, I didn't know what equally yoked is. Forgive me, y'all. Um, but yeah, that was more so what I was speaking to. Like, if y'all thinking on the same wavelength, then y'all gonna be able to get to it together, and you're not gonna get in my way. You're not gonna step on my toes, step on my process enough, and then you're gonna be understanding, and vice versa. Whatever you trying to go after, I'm gonna be understanding and be able to do these things. It's kind of like when you in that, like, not saying that couples don't do it, but like when we speak of like people that are in the same field of like doing things, whether that's like entertainment or jobs or certain things, like you just understand it from a different perspective. So like if it's like Jay-Z and Beyonce, it's like, oh, I'm on the road for 3-4 months. You as an artist, you understand that, and we can have that conversation and like we could bond over that. Same thing with like some of these professional athletes that date each other, like Zach Ertz and his wife. I think his wife's name is Julia or Julie. Him and his wife, like she's a professional athlete, he's a professional athlete. So like I understand what it's like for you, like when you practicing, you training, you're outside the house, you're traveling, it's away games, it's schedule, it's stuff that like I understand because I've been there and I lived it and we lived it together. So like when it's two people that share the same vision, or they think on a similar wavelength, then it makes it easier to get things done. I'm sure it's a lot, more peaceful.
I think now that I'm married and like you're trying to figure out life, and it's like sometimes like you have to push the other person ahead for y'all to have the group success,
Right.
right? And when we say loose words like sacrifice, yeah, sure, I'll sacrifice until it's like, yo, I need you to stay at that job. Don't change that job because that has the best job to pick up the kids every day. So I can't have you making more money because I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna do this and this and this.
Right.
But you just said you cool with sacrificing because that sounds like a cute word. Like I'm down for sacrificing.
Right. Yeah.
Or like, maybe like you got a lady that like, I don't know who will argue with this, but like, I need you to not work.
Right.
But she might have a degree in
And
student
she might
loans.
want, I mean, some people want to work,
Right,
though.
but like in the sacrifice, it might be like, yo, I need you to not work because I'm going to be away and I'm going to go
Right.
make X amount of money doing this, and this, and I need you here. But that's a
Absolutely.
sacrifice on her end. But you said in the beginning, I'm cool with sacrificing. I'm a team player until it happens.
Right.
Like you were saying before, like it was a no-brainer. If the kids got sick, you going to call out. I'm not missing no pay.
Right. Yeah.
But that's a sacrifice that somebody has to make. But it was a non-negotiable for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, right.
But like we talk about sacrifice in the context, like everybody, when I played football, everybody was willing to sacrifice until it was like, yo, I'm just not getting no burn and I ain't getting no touches.
Right.
And now sacrificing is a problem.
Yeah, now I done sacrificed all. I sacrificed too much.
Right. So like I think, shout out Quaz. Quaz always be like, man, you can figure this stuff out in the beginning and you just make sure you talk through these things. And I'm like, yo, things be changing. Like
absolutely.
people be growing different ways,
Yeah,
and
things are definitely changing in a relationship for sure.
like my goals and your goals, like where we were when we started versus where we trying to go, may not perfectly align, which causes somebody to have a nasty sacrifice.
Right, absolutely.
But we sign up for them things, and I don't think people really know what them things really mean.
No, that's a fact.
No, bro, but that's it, man.
It's been real.
Until next time, man. Thank y'all for all the love and support, man.
Absolutely. Keep tuning in.
Share with a parent, yo.
We out.
Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful, and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than that. More than that.